Milo Ventimiglia is here in the studio.
Hey.
What's up, y'all? What's up, Ryan?
Hey, man. Good to see you again.
Always. I know. Two back-to-back days.
Back to back. I mean, the guy
Yeah.
is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's ubiquitous. He's working the media. We were just briefly talking about sort of food and traveling.
Yeah.
And I saw you light up a little bit when you were talking about international travel. Do you like to escape and get away and travel when you can?
I do. I get out in the world best I can. I don't have a whole lot of time to do it, but when I do, it's, figure out what cameras I want to take.
Oh, that's right, because you like to take pictures, photography.
Yeah,
right?
I shoot a lot. But some countries I know are not as film friendly, like going through security and whatnot. They're like,
Right.
"What is this thing?"
Did you study photography?
No, never did. I just grew up with the camera. My father was in the printing business, and one of my older sisters is a wedding photographer. But we just kind of grew up with cameras like in our lives the whole growing up.
So interesting. A friend of mine whom I met later in life, but when he was younger, he would do the same thing. He'd travel and he'd take pictures, and then he collected antique cameras, really cool cameras from the past.
I've had friends that have given me, like one of my buddies, Todd Bowers, gave me at the time it was a 111-year-old camera.
Whoa.
And now it's a 120-year-old camera.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, he took it to another level, his love of taking pictures. So he's like, I gotta create something that's in the tech world and the tech space. And so he created Instagram. And I'm like, just because he loved taking pictures, and that's how Instagram began.
Wow.
Isn't that bizarre? So,
that's crazy.
Congratulations. You could create something like that now.
Great. Milo Ventimiglia, movie star now, soon to be billionaire.
Silicon mogul.
I know, right?
So we went deep on you before you got here.
Okay.
Your dad was posting about National French Fry Day the same day you were nominated for an Emmy.
The first year, yeah.
Was that the first time?
The first Emmy, nomination, my dad was posting about National French Fry Day, and then congratulations, so excited, Milo. That came a little later on, I think in the passage or in the post, maybe in the day. But National French Fry, and if you know my father's like, man, the man loves his French fries.
Was that right?
Oh yeah.
Is he like the comfort of it, or is he a food guy?
He's a snack guy.
A snack guy.
Like if my mom and dad ever come to set, my dad is usually like, hey, so where's craft services? Like we're at the snack table basically. Which I am 100% my father's son. Talk to Mandy Moore. She'd be like, Milo, always snacking.
I have to tell you, I have become in my adult life a massive snacker.
You are a snacker.
Yeah.
I'd rather snack than eat. Like even at a restaurant, if I go to a restaurant, I'd rather order small things than one big thing.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
we
agree.
know.
Okay. Why do you say it like that?
Because you're like, we'll have the this, the this, the this, the
Yeah.
this. That's good, right? There's like 10 things.
We're like, yeah.
It's because I like it. I like to taste a little
Variety.
bit of it.
Yeah, man, I'm with you.
Milo Ventimiglia is here. We were just talking about his parents during that break, and your parents still live in Orange County,
They do, yeah.
and they're still married.
Yeah, I think they're.
I love
I think they're
that.
working on 48 years this year.
That is my parents just celebrated 49.
Wow.
Yeah, and
It's cool.
Yeah.
it's really cool, but it raises the bar.
Mine are in the 40s too.
100%. Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
like, okay, I've got to do what they do. But it also has that added pressure, like, you do well, and like my sisters are both off married with families and all of that.
Yeah.
And so I feel like the pressure of looking out for mom and dad kind of lies with me.
Yeah.
And this, it was a few months ago. I was at my mom and dad's house having dinner and kind of like talking through a plan. I'm like, well, I'll buy a new house and you guys will move out of your house in Orange County. I'll remodel my house in LA and you guys can move in there. My parents just kind of share a look. And then I look at them and I'm like, what was that look? And my mom, she just goes, Peter, tell him. And my dad goes, I want to live with you. And I go, okay. And he goes, maybe not like in your house, but you're going to get a piece of property. You're going to build us a house and, we'll live there. wait, this is the clincher though. And then he says, Italians, they take care of their parents.
Oh my god!
And I was just like,
wow.
yes, they do, Pop. Okay, whatever you want.
Not
Whatever
so
you want.
subtle, Peter.
Yeah, not so. It's okay. You know what though? If I could live next door to my mom and dad, I would.
I was watching a
same.
documentary. That's so sweet. I was watching a documentary, and there were certain parts of Italy that they were focused on, and the people in those certain parts of Italy live the happiest and longest.
Yeah.
It's
I've heard
true.
about that. I've heard
If
about
they
that.
live
Yeah.
with their families.
It's because they live with their friends and family. Either next door or close, or they have meals with them all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
And one is called the Blue Zone, and I think that's in Sardinia actually, but there's
Really?
other parts of Italy, and so we should all be living on your
Well,
property.
somebody once said to me, they said, hey, if you want to go somewhere fast, do it on your own. If you want to go somewhere far, do it with others that you love.
There it is.
Yeah.
Now, see, he does have a distinct voice that
Thank
I
you.
think is so signature, isn't it?
What I think we should do, Ryan, is like find a partnership with like a book company. You and I will produce it for radio, and I will read bedtime stories.
Listen. Now, what's my role? Sorry. What's
Producer, collect all the money.
I was like, what? Am I holding the book? What?
Dude, no, and you know what? You know what's
You
also
could
going to
do-
be?
you could do
and I,
great.
you and I are going to go on tour, like a
And we
press
could do,
tour.
we could do live readings.
We'll do live readings. We'll eat some good food. We'll be out in the world, man. Come on.
Hey, Anderson Cooper and Andy, what's his name? Do it. Andy Bravo. Andy Cohen. Yeah.
I mean, what?
Andy Bravo.
Andy Bravo. This doesn't sound bad in any way. I'm stoked. I'm in.
But yeah, you could. That would be great. Tanya, he could read bedtime stories.
I'm
Once
like,
upon a time.
first of all, I didn't realize you're such a Cancer, Milo. We were like looking up your sign before you came in here, and I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't realize you were Cancer because you seem so like rugged and like.
What's cancer mean? What do you
Cancers
mean
are
by
so
that?
cancers are so sensitive and sweet, and
Yeah.
everything you're saying, I'm like, you are such a Cancer.
Basically, it means we're tough on the outside and soft on the
Oh,
inside.
all right. Well,
It's
there
so
you have it.
sweet.
Thank you, Tony, for doing the star sign research before. Listen, this is a great movie that Milo's starring in, The Art of Racing in the Rain, and it sort of touches. It hits on all talking about sensitive. It hits on all sensitive cylinders, doesn't it?
It does, 100%. I mean, the film's about a race car driver who has this dog.
Yeah.
And the film takes place over the course of the dog's life, from puppy until he's old. And the film is narrated by the dog as he watches his owner, Denny, go through auto racing, meeting a woman, falling in love, having a family, of course, sometimes downs of life and the ups and the victories as well. But he's doing all of this, trying to absorb as much as he can, as much experience as he can to imprint on his soul. So in his next life, when he is a human being, he can be a better person. He will be ready.
Amazing.
I mean, come on.
Amazing.
Yes.
Who doesn't want to
Who
see
don't
that
see
movie?
that?
And Kevin Costner voices the dog.
So Kevin Costner is the voice of the dog. If your dog
That's
could speak
incredible.
like that, wouldn't that be just unbelievable?
Yeah.
I mean, I told Milo when I saw him last, I'm like, I'm waiting for my dog Georgia to be able to do that.
Yeah.
When you see it, you're perfect for it.
Thank you.
But before you signed on to do it, what made you think this is right for me?
It felt like it was in the same wheelhouse as This Is Us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, it was a show that was tapping into emotions that I think we really need to embrace and lean into and recognize and communicate. But also, like, he's a good guy. I like stories about good guys.
Mhm.
I lean into stories about good husbands and good fathers and good friends just because I think we need to be more aware of that.
Heck yeah.
And we need to kind of call people out that aren't being the good fathers, the good friends, and just, I don't know, just kind of like be a better representation of things and look out for people. And I don't know, I could go on.
No,
and on,
that's
but
that is a good soapbox.
that's a good
Hey.
a good cancer answer.
That's a good case. Before you go, the fans want me to ask, are you
Sure.
the father of Rory's baby in Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life?
Nope.
Okay. There you have it. Milo Ventimiglia.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Like, Jess isn't. It's not Jess's baby.
And now you know. Hey, The Art of Racing in the Rain. It's in theaters now. Great to see you, bro. Thanks for coming by.
Always right. Thanks, man.